Welcome. So I wanted to do a quick video today because I noticed there's this weird new trend of Warner Brothers and DC making good animated series, and I'm confused by that. Recently, Warner Brothers has gone through a bunch of different corporate shakeups, and a lot of stuff they've done seems kind of bad and dumb. Like, they've canceled a lot of projects that were like mostly or completely finished for seemingly just to write them off as for tax purposes. So like there was this Wile E. Coyote movie that was supposed to come out. It was totally done. It's not coming out anymore. There was a Scoob sequel that was gonna come out, and I'm not like wasn't necessarily super excited for that or anything, but the fact that it seemed like they had a good chunk of it done, and all these animators spent time on this, working on this project, only for it to never fucking come out ever. That's cool. So recently it feels like Warner Brothers doesn't give a fuck about animation at all, but then at the same time they've been like making good DC shows, and I'm confused by this. First of all, the second season of My Adventures with Superman is currently airing, and it's really fucking good. It's just like a really good Superman show. It's really positive. It's really nice. It focuses just on getting back to basics of Clark and Lois and Jimmy working at the Daily Planet and being friends, and it's just cool to see. It's got a lot of anime inspiration, and it has kind of a different feel and a different vibe and a new take on the characters, but at the same time it's just kind of the characters. It's just classic Superman being a nice guy and helping people, and it's just really refreshing to see, especially after all the like extra overly dark and gritty Man of Steel stuff. It's nice to see Superman just be like a nice guy who wants to help people. And the show really focuses on his relationships with Jimmy and with Lois. And yeah, Lois is kind of great. Like I've really liked pretty much every version of Lois Lane, and I think that's just because she's just a great character, and she's great in this show. And I like it. It's a good show. Season 2 is out right now, and it's really good. They're expanding the world more. We got more Superman characters. Supergirl shows up, and it's really good. I like it a lot. It's a good show. It's kind of amazing that it exists, because DC in the past has had a hard time figuring out how to make Superman good, and it's really not that hard, as this show proves. The other show that like just came out, and I found out almost completely by accident by DC just posting the theme song on their YouTube page, is a Suicide Squad anime. It's an anime about the Suicide Squad. It's called Suicide Squad Isekai, and it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. So the Suicide Squad do an isekai. They get sucked through a portal, and they end up in this magical fantasy realm of dragons and orcs and shit. And it's just like, it's just that. It's that exactly. It's done by Warner Brothers Japan, which I didn't even realize they had a Japanese division, and in a Japanese animation studio. There's a couple episodes of the Japanese dub, and I think the English dub is coming out soon. And it's a solid show. It's pretty good. It's kind of exactly what you expect. But it's got good animation and cool action, and it's fun to see the Suicide Squad in this totally new environment, fucking shooting werewolves and orcs with bullets. It's a lot of the regular members of the Suicide Squad that you've seen in other stuff, with Harley and Deadshot and King Shark. Amanda Waller is there. It feels fresh and new because it's in a different environment. My only real gripe with this show is that I'm just a little bit tired of Suicide Squad things at the moment. We just had a game that was bad, and DC has really been pushing Suicide Squad the last few years as like their main team for reasons. So it's not like, oh, finally another Suicide Squad thing, It's good. It's really solid. I'm just personally a little bit tired of seeing the Suicide Squad all the time, because like Amanda Waller is also in My Adventures with Superman and plays a pretty significant role there, and they kind of have a version of the Suicide Squad in that show as well. So it's just like, It's just like a lot of that right now. I'm more just kind of excited and glad that this weird Suicide Squad anime even exists at all. Again, it feels weird that that is a thing that happens, that is allowed when Warner Brothers doesn't seem to want to do just normal animated things starring their characters in a traditional commercial style that would be like theoretically commercially successful, but they'll do a weird anime where Suicide Squad fights orcs. Okay, sure. That makes sense. And the third show I want to talk about is Batman Caped Crusader. This is a new animated Batman show. It's not out yet. It's coming out in August, so soon. And it's produced by Bruce Timm, or at least he's involved in some way. And it just looks like classic fucking Batman. Like, he's got the 40s original outfit from the comics, and it seems to be kind of set in the 40s-ish. Very, very classic, going back to basics. Batman fighting crime. There's Batman villains in it. Commissioner Gordon's there. All of that stuff. Just very classic Batman doing Batman shit. And it looks really good. And it's coming out on Amazon Prime. What? For some reason, it's not coming out on HBO Max or whatever it's called.
They used to call it HBO, but people found that too popular. So now it's Max, because that really rolls off the tongue.
But instead it's coming out on a competing streaming service. Sure, that makes sense. That's a good idea. Yeah, apparently, like, Warner Brothers didn't want to make it. Like Max passed on the show, and then Amazon Prime picked it up. So now it's gonna be on Amazon. What? Like, I'm not mad. I'm glad the show's coming out. I think it looks really good. I'm definitely down to give it a try. I'm just confused, because Warner Brothers, like, DC is one of your big brands. Like, Batman is one of your big things. You should be, like, proud that you're making a cool looking Batman show, but they, like, don't even care about it, and they're willing to let some other studio make it. It's so weird. And I'm sure this is probably, like, just again for, like, tax purposes or something. Like, oh, maybe it'll cost us less if we let Amazon cover the distribution costs or something. Like, that's probably what it is. It's just, like, weird and confusing. It feels like bad business and bad branding. Like, you're making a cool thing. Don't you want people to watch the cool thing on your platform? No? I mean, okay, I'm glad that we get to watch it and it's not just canceled, but, like, it's weird. It's weird that it's like this. So I'm just confused. I probably sound angry. I'm happy that we're getting, like, good DC animated stuff. It's cool. It's awesome to see DC and Warner Brothers has, like, had a very good track record of making good DC animated stuff over the years, but the higher ups at Warner Brothers seem to, like, not like that for reasons. Like, recently it was revealed that there was a pitch for a Batman Beyond animated movie that looked like it was going to have, like, a Spider-Verse type style of animation. There was some concept art that looked really cool, and Warner Brothers they just didn't want to do it. They just didn't want to make it. And it's like, that's fine. We don't have to have nice things. That's okay. Who needs them? Who needs nice things? Except that we're kind of getting nice things. We have a good Superman show, a good Suicide Squad show, and what looks to be a good Batman show. I hope it's good. So that's great. I'm just kind of confused, because I'm also confused about, like, why they aren't, like, really marketing this stuff and pushing it. I've heard some people talk about my adventures with Superman, but that's mostly just because I follow, like, comic book related YouTube channels. I haven't really seen much, like, marketing or push for the show. Same with the Suicide Squad one. Like, the algorithm just happened to recommend me the theme song that was just randomly posted on the DC YouTube channel. But, like, I didn't hear this show get announced. I didn't hear that it was in the works. It was just, like, I just found out about it when it came out, which is crazy. And this Batman show is coming out soon. And again, I just kind of happened to hear about it. But it's weird that I haven't heard more about it. It's a Bruce Timm Batman show. Why aren't you, like, really fucking marketing that thing. When DC makes a good animated thing, it's like they don't want people to know about it. It's weird. Warner Brothers just so casually, nonchalantly putting out really great animated stuff, and they don't even fucking care to advertise it. It's so strange to me. But anyways, check out all these shows if you haven't already, if you haven't heard of them. I'm hoping to like spread awareness of them, because there's a Suicide Squad anime. What? What? Why have I not heard about this? Anyways, that's this video. Thank you for watching. Go check out my second channel video where I talk about books. X-Men video coming soon. Subscribe. Bye-bye.